welcome back to Cliffyland and our occasional US A to Z series. Tonight we're up to week number 16 and the state of Illinois. Illinois, located in the Midwest, is bordered by Indiana, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and Iowa. And its cuisine is pretty Midwestern, which means things like corn, hot dogs, beef, a number of deep-fried items. And a lot of those cross the borders. But one thing that Illinois has that no other state has is the city of Chicago. And one dish which Chicago is known for is deep dish pizza, so that's what we're doing tonight. Now, I've had plenty of deep dish pizzas in my time, and some people don't call it pizza, some people think it's something more of a bread bowl of tomato sauce and meat, so it was something of a challenge to find a recipe for it which would yield exactly one pizza. I wound up cobbling together recipes for pizza dough, marinara sauce, and the pizza itself, and hopefully it came out really well. So let's take a look and see what goes into tonight's dish. For our Chicago deep dish style pizza, first, for the pizza dough, we'll need 1 teaspoon of active dry yeast, 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm water heated to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and 2 tablespoons of butter melted. And then, for the marinara sauce, this makes 3 cups of the 1 cup we'll need for the pizza. We'll need 1 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 clove of garlic finely chopped, 1 bay leaf, half of a small onion finely chopped, half a teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 tablespoon of finely chopped curly or flat leaf parsley, we've gone with flat leaf here, and kosher salt and freshly ground black pepper to taste. And for the pizza itself, we'll need 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 pound of sweet or hot Italian sausage sliced into thin rounds, we've decided to go with both here, 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter softened, 1 pound of the fresh pizza dough at room temperature, which we will be making ourselves, 10 ounces of whole milk, low moisture mozzarella thinly sliced, 1 cup of the marinara sauce which we will be making, we'll be reserving the rest, 3 cloves of garlic minced, 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, and half a cup of grated Parmesan. That looks like it's gonna be good. Remember, links to the various recipes are located in the About section, but it's time to get cooking! First, make the dough. Pour the lukewarm water heated to 110 degrees Fahrenheit into a mixing bowl, and add the yeast. Let stand until the yeast is dissolved. Add the flour and salt, and stir with a sturdy spatula. You want to form a floury, loose dough. Then knead the dough. Using either your hands and a countertop or the dough hook on a mixer, knead the dough for about 5 minutes. It should become smooth and slightly sticky. When you poke it, it should come back into its original shape. If you plan to use the dough right away, let it rise for 1 hour before use. Once the dough has risen, roll the dough into a 15 by 12 inch rectangle. Brush the melted butter over the rectangle, and starting with the short end, roll up the dough like a log. Then flatten it and stretch it into an 18 by 4 inch rectangle. Fold the dough into thirds, pinch the ends together and work the dough until you have a ball. Place the dough in the fridge for about 50 minutes for the butter to firm up. Set a timer to remove the dough from the refrigerator and bring to room temperature for at least 30 minutes before assembling the pizza. Meanwhile, work on the marinara sauce. Into the bowl of a food processor, place tomatoes and their liquid, and pulse until coarsely chopped. Set aside. Then heat the oil in a 4-quart saucepan over medium heat and add the garlic, bay leaf, and onions. And cook, stirring until the onions are translucent, about 10 minutes. Then add the chopped tomatoes, oregano, and the thyme, and cook, stirring occasionally until the sauce thickens slightly and the flavors come together, about 20 minutes. Stir in the parsley, and season with salt and pepper. Pour into a sealed glass jar and reserve 1 cup for the pizza. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then heat a skillet over medium-high heat with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Cook the sausage rounds until they turn brown on each side, about 8 to 10 minutes. Grease the inside of a 12-inch cast iron skillet with the butter. Place the pizza dough in the center and spread it evenly towards the bottom edge and 1½ inches up the sides. The order of the layers is important to achieving a crisp bottom crust here. First, you begin with the sausage. Evenly lay the sausage on the dough. Then follow with the mozzarella and the marinara. Sprinkle on the garlic and the oregano. Finish with the parmesan and drizzle with the remaining 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Place the skillet pizza on the bottom rack of an oven and cook until the edge of the crust is golden brown and crusty, about 30 to 35 minutes. Remove and let it rest for 5 minutes before serving. Then slice and serve.
How did that all go? Well, that pizza was really something. It actually came out better than I expected. It was very cheesy. The dough was just right. It was the perfect level of crispiness. It had really nice butteriness to it, which I enjoyed. The thing that was odd was, though, that I expected to be a lot more sauce and less meat. It wound up being a giant slab of meat, which was delicious, but not really good for the coronary system or the waistline. Eat small portions. Still, it was really good, though if I did it again, I would use twice as much sauce and half as much meat. Still, the Chicago deep dish pizza was really good. I'm gonna give that one 4 out of 5 globes. Worth tweaking it and trying it again, I would say. So that does it for Illinois. Tune in next time when we cross the border to have the food of Indiana. See you then. And remember, if you'd like to see our streams live when they happen every Tuesday night, be sure to follow us on Periscope or Facebook Live. Like and subscribe to be advised when these videos are posted. Remember, links to the original recipes can always be found in the About section. And if you have any thoughtful feelings or helpful suggestions about the food that we're cooking, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and happy eating!